Hey everybody, welcome back to the Vyratik channel. We're doing another one of our music discussions.
I'm back!
Jimmy's back this week. It's not WrestleMania anymore.
No.
No, wait, no, last week. No. It was WrestleMania 2 weeks ago. And then it was just with Dan.
This is all in calendar, like, dates-wise to filming, not to actual release. So, release WrestleMania might have been almost a month ago now.
Yeah, it would have been it. Oh, wow. But yeah, no, we're going to talk about 21 Pilots this week and their album Vessel.
Yeah, mostly their album Vessel, but really it's more of a general 21 Pilots discussion, because this was brought on by the two new singles and the album announcement, Blurry Face, May 19th, and was it Fairly Local and Tearin' My Heart.
Yeah.
Those are both two new singles that are on Spotify, iTunes, and I have a bunny. That's the sound of
We're in a room with an animal.
We're in the room with animals, so that's a bunny.
So if you hear some scritching and scratching.
But this is oh, hey, there you go.
Oh, you have a different color than me.
That's Vessel. Do I?
You have a cooler color than me.
It's just it's stuck. That's what it is. I did it.
There.
It's just like kind of clear.
Yeah, it's a clear one. I have it in red.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's like the same red that my Juturna is. So
And this is the
it's not all that special.
lyric sheet. Some pictures of them. Lyrics.
And the back's kind of cool too.
The back's really cool because it's actually their grandparents, I believe. Tyler and
them, Phil Skelton.
What's the drummer's name? Josh?
Oh fuck.
I want to say it's Tyler and Josh. I'll check on the back. But start reading off stuff about the album, or saying stuff about the album. Or should we do it the other way around? Because I know more about the album.
Yeah, yeah, you do that.
This is Vessel. Came out in 2013. It was their second full-length release. I want to say their self-titled album back in 2009 was their first full-length. They had another album-ish EP, I don't know what to call it, called Regional at Best. Tyler and Josh.
Yeah.
Tyler, Joseph, Josh Dunn. Two-man band.
Yeah.
But
very one of the, I don't know. There's not that many two-man bands that I know that are just like as fucking sick as these guys. Like I know they're definitely out there.
No, but even live, they're two guys. Like,
yeah.
They don't bring a whole bunch of other guys on. It's just those two guys. And but yeah, Vessel, Regional at Best, and their self-titled 21 Pilots that came out in 2009. We spent the whole day just kind of listening to the album back and forth, and
most of the day.
I spent the whole day listening to it.
Since you told me, I basically was listening to it.
And
I have still been kind of stuck on the Prodigy album, which you can watch on the channel. It's the last discussion. Prodigy Days Man to Me. It's pretty good. It's with my brother.
Shameless self-promotion.
Subscribe. I'm done.
He's not done.
We'll see.
For a while.
I forgot
what I was talking about. Vessel.
Vessel.
That's
good.
Vessel's real good.
There's definitely a lot of stuff about mental health in it.
There are so many just little things there.
Mental health, mental illness, stuff like that.
Very struggling with his own anxiety.
Yeah,
and you see that a lot
very
in
heavy on that.
Migraine, car radio. You know, one of his favorite metaphors to use is fighting a war. You know, what is the lyric in Migraine? Am I the only one I know who's waging a war behind my face and above my throat? He's trapped in his own head. His music is his escape, and that's kind of what he wants his fans to believe as well. That music is
that does
escape.
tie some similarities to the name of the brand new album, Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me, because that was what what's the lead singer bring me? He was talking to a friend about their depression or like some mental illness they were dealing with, and their friend was like, it's like the God and Devil are raging inside of me. That's where the name of the album came from, and a lot of that is very present in this. It's like there's a war going on inside in between, you know, like depression and trying to feel happy and trying to be like a normal person, but being incapable.
Yeah, absolutely, and you see that a lot in songs like Car Radio, where the on the surface, it honestly lyrically sounds like a guy who had his radio stolen, and he it sucks that he has to drive in silence. But digging deeper, it's, you know, what happens when the music stops? What happens when your friends go home? You know, you're hanging out with your friends all day, and then, your friends go home. What happens behind those closed doors? What happens when Tyler is off stage? What happens when he's not writing music? You're a different person, and him. I think it was the first song I showed you. Car Radio was the first
It
song I
was.
showed you,
It was.
and both of us were just taken aback by the end of the song. Tyler's just screaming, and now I just sit in silence.
And the music like is slowly fading away, kind of.
Uh,
Like it's becoming less and less present, and the
builds.
screaming is becoming more and more.
It builds to a climax. The music builds to a climax, and then it's him shouting along with the music, and then finally he lets out a nonsensical scream, and then everything actually goes silent. And the song itself kind of sums up the way the whole album flows. Of you can start so quiet and end so powerful, but what really happens after it's over? The entire album settles with the last song. I want to say, yeah. So Trees and Truce are the last two songs, and those are both very mellow songs. They're both very calm. And I do want to talk about Trees in a little bit more in depth.
Yeah, you're a huge fan of that one.
It's my favorite song.
Is it?
It's my favorite song. Car Radio was for the longest time, but now it's Truce. Now it's
Do you
Trees.
just want to get favorites out of the way?
We can do favorites.
Let's just get favorites out of the way now.
I'm pretty sure we already said what they are, because yours is Car Radio, mine's Trees.
Mine's Car Radio, and then like probably Guns for Hands and Semi-Automatic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I honestly didn't know you liked Semi-Automatic.
I do. I don't know. It's just like I just like the beat in it, kind of. Like when he's just going, "I'm semi-automatic,"
Mm-hmm.
you know, like that part where he's just like, and it gets kind of like, it's got like the piano going, it's got the groove to it. I just like that part.
It's pretty groovy. Pretty groovy.
I do enjoy that.
It's a groovy tune. My favorite song is Trees. Car Radio's up there, and Migraine. Migraine's my other one, and I could probably talk extensively on all three of those songs.
You came to me with fucking theories one day.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
no.
like, I got in the car, you're like, dude, we gotta talk about this. So I listened to Migraine.
Migraine, I have a huge theory on what migraine is, and should I talk about that? Should I put that out there? So the beginning of Migraine, or every time he sings the chorus, am I the only one I know who's waging war behind my face and above my throat? The first time he says it, it's very muffled and it's very...
it's like heavily distorted,
yeah,
and like synthesized.
There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Distorted and synthesized. Just compatible. But it's done intentionally. It's not like a creak in his voice where you can dig a little deeper. No, it's done intentionally. And then the second time the chorus comes around, it's less. It's more clean. And then finally at the end, the last time he sings the chorus, it's perfectly clear. And it's like at the beginning of the song, he has a migraine. Like he has something going on in his head, and it's all fuzzy and weird. And then as the song progresses, as he wrote further into the song, he lost his headache and he started to see clearly because of the music. And he was able to finally put aside whatever was there. But that was my theory on Migraine, that it was actually deeper than just lyrics. It was, they did something with their samples.
They did something musically that
not a lot
like,
of,
paralleled or mirrored the idea of the song.
Yeah, and I don't see a lot of that. Not like where musically it matches with the theme of the song. And when I catch it so blatantly, it's a nice little surprise. But what about you said Guns for Hands? Just catchy little tune.
Guns for Hands is because it's catchy. Semi-Automatic is because it's catchy. Car Radio is because like it kind of starts out just like, oh, is this like this kind of like rap? Is this rap? And then it just starts fucking screaming. And you're just like, Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And that's like, I don't know, that just hits me because I come from a background in metal. And
It's over there.
Yeah,
Like directly behind your head. It's not metal.
and that's punk.
That's,
I come from a background in like punk and metal, so I've always been drawn to heavier shit.
yeah.
So like, you know, he was like rapping and shit, and he's good. He's good, and the source material is interesting, and I was getting into that. I'm like, all right, I can get behind this. It's kind of, you know, like stuff about, you know, like Forever Empty, and, you know,
Louis C.K. Forever Empty.
having to deal with silence and fucking, because that gets me, because a lot of times like I just constantly need some sort of, I wouldn't say distraction. I don't really need a distraction. I just need some sort of sound, mostly because I have hearing damage.
Yeah, and that's like kind
tinnitus.
of there's two layers to that with you. It's like,
And yeah, I mean there's one part
music
where
helps you through a lot, and then
music has helped me
tinnitus as well.
has helped me through a lot in my life, and it's gotten me through a lot of the toughest times of my life. Like one of the worst years of my life. One of the big things for me was music, and that really helped me out, and really helped me get my head in the right place. But the other part is,
Was it these guys? You saw these guys?
Yeah, I saw Touche Amore, and I was crowd surfing. I hit the stage and passed out next to a floor monitor for about 10 seconds, and it was blaring right in my right ear. You know, like when you go to a concert, I don't know if you go to a concert, but you go to a concert and your ears ring for the next like day or so. My ears rang loud for a week, and that had never happened to me before. And I was like, that's probably really bad. And then about a month later, I noticed, hey, it's still there. So,
Or was it 2 years later now? It's almost 2 years, right?
No, it's probably
More than 2 years?
I want to say it was like 2012.
Oh man, it's like 3 years ago and it's
Yeah.
still there.
It's still there. It was like my freshman year of college, if anything. Maybe that summer before.
I think it was that summer, yeah.
That summer.
Because I was supposed to go to that show.
It might have been later. I think it was like fall of that year. Like I had just started college.
Yeah.
And it's still there.
Yeah.
So, hearing damage. So I always have to have, like, whenever I'm driving alone or just like going to sleep and I need music or some sort of sound, like I'll put on a podcast or an album because I just need that to kind of keep my sanity, both from a physical and an emotional standpoint.
Right.
So
yeah, it's
that it kind of hit home with me for that because I'm like, fuck.
Definitely mirrors that entire song.
Fuck.
Physical.
I mean, maybe not the physical need for it, but at least the emotional need for music.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I cannot imagine my life without listening to music. I listen to music every day for like at least like 2 hours every day at the very least. I'd have to say, and that may seem like it's like 2 hours every day, but for some people that seems like a lot. For a lot of people, it's just like it's fucking nothing. But like I'm saying, at the
See,
least.
I think it's 2 hours of purely just sitting down and listening to music, because in everything that we do,
I do at least like half an hour to an hour for that.
Yeah,
at least.
Pretty much everything I do, I have music going. You know, I'm at work, I have music going for myself and customers. When I'm at home, cleaning my room, I have music going all the time. And I think, you know, it doesn't always have to be 21 Pilots, but I think that the album Vessel and a lot of what 21 Pilots tries to show is that it's an outlet, and they want to help you find your own outlet. And if your outlet is 21 Pilots, they're all the more grateful for it. But
I mean, even if your album's like your outlet is music, I'm sure they'd be happy to hear that because it seems like music is their outlet.
Absolutely.
Especially with Tyler. Music is definitely his outlet.
Yeah. I would, if you guys are a fan of 21 Pilots and you're watching this video and you're thinking we're a bunch of babbling idiots, if you take one thing away from this, look up Tyler Joseph's solo music. He struggles with his faith a lot, and you can hear it in a lot of his music, but lyrically, he sounds like he was raised very, very Christian. He had a very Christian upbringing, and he struggles with things of this world and thoughts of an afterlife and the relationship he's supposed to have with a higher power and the relationship he wants to have on this earth. And a lot of that hits close to home with me. A lot of 21 Pilot stuff doesn't hit close home to me, but his solo stuff does. He has a song, Blasphemy, which is an entire song basically screaming at God for not understanding, for not being there when he needed him, but still people around him expected him to believe for some reason. And oh, one of the themes is drowning in your own faith, where you become so comfortable in what your faith is that you forget to question it. It's like forgetting to swim in a swimming pool. Eventually you'll just sink to the bottom and it'll swallow you whole. And that song, I can't get through it without crying, and I should have played it on the radio show. I really should have. But that just means I have to do it again.
Yeah.
This a lot of the themes we've been
I
talking
mean,
about.
that kind of seems like similar for me, except instead of struggling with my faith, I kind of just stopped caring about faith. Because
Yeah.
I was raised Catholic. I'm confirmed. I went through church every Sunday and Sunday school and all that shit. And then eventually, like, it just became not a big deal for my family as a whole. Like, my brother and myself were no longer interested, so both of my parents didn't feel the need to take us every Sunday, so we just became the Easter Christmas crew. And then
Cape Catholic. Christmas, Ash Wednesday, Palm Sunday, Easter. CAPE. Cape.
not even, bro.
Not even.
Not even. Just Christmas, Easter.
You're the sec
Catholics.
Sec.
And then my brother's basically my brother's a nihilist. He doesn't believe that there'd be a higher power. He doesn't believe there's a point to life. You got to make your own point to life. That's what nihilism is. I mean,
Isn't that existentialism as well?
existentialism's a little different. I'm not going to get into that because existentialism
Yeah.
that's a whole thing. And I used to know a lot more about existentialism. But myself,
Senior year English. Miss Zonas.
yeah.
Shout out to Miss Zonas.
I just call myself a theist. Like, I believe in a higher power. I believe that it's possible. I believe that there is one. That doesn't mean I care about it or it cares about me. So,
Dude, higher power is totally Teddy over there.
yeah, Teddy rules the universe.
Teddy rules the universe.
So, I don't know, like, a lot of, like, struggling with faith and struggling with mental illness, like, I can definitely vibe with that, because it's definitely things that I've been through. And when I was going through a tough time in my life, religion didn't help. So, I kind of cast it aside. But music did.
But to tie it all back together, music did.
Music did. Music kept me a little bit more sane. A lot of Circa Survive, and then a lot of very punk and emo bands to get my anger out. But Circa was there. And now, like, listening to 21 Pilots, like, I feel all that again. I'm like, oh shit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this. I remember this feeling.
Right. And
it's like nostalgia, but sad.
The 21 Pilots have this core group of fans that call themselves, or they are called by by 21 Pilots, the Skeleton Clique. And I think it's awesome. This group of people, they're awesome. I don't know if I would necessarily put myself in that group. I don't know if Dave would either. Like they're a great band, and I love what they stand for, and I love their music, but I'm not like a diehard fan of theirs. But the fact that people dig as deep and deeper than we do into their music and find these meanings past what they are, it's most of the reason why both of us fell in love with Circa Survive and bands of that nature, where it means
bands with cult followings, small but very dedicated followings.
Yeah, I wouldn't call 21 Pilots small anymore.
Well, they're getting popular, much like Circa's getting popular, but they have a small group of fans that's not indicative of the majority, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
but they're very dedicated to the band, and you know, that's just what I mean by cult following.
Yeah,
Small but dedicated, and it's always good to see that bands have a following that really believes in them.
I saw a comment on YouTube, and this is probably my last point that I want to bring up before we talk about something else related to the radio show and whatnot. But I saw a comment on YouTube that said, 21 Pilots is the hope for this generation. And I didn't agree with it. And at first it made me very upset. Now, if you're so closed-minded to believe that 21 Pilots is the only band that's doing something like this, then you really need to open your mind and your Google search engine. Because seriously, that's all it takes. But then I jumped off my high horse for a little while, and I walked amongst, people that are better than me, and
Should I do that every day?
yes, no, there's
all I gotta do is walk in the studio.
Yeah.
Look around.
All
Fuck.
all I gotta do is walk into work. But I realized that it's not him not wanting to find other bands. It's that 21 Pilots is that Circus Survive for that guy. Circus Survive to Dave is what 21 Pilots is to that guy. It's what Early November was to me. Who am I to say that he's closed-minded because he fell in love with 21 Pilots? And I hope each and every.
You can say that about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, there are some that I would say no, but that was just me being a pretentious asshole and a hipster, probably.
Well, I'm sorry, but if somebody came up to me and said that One Direction was the hope for the next generation, I don't think a song about a bunch of a band that writes about a song about a bunch of teenage relationships is the hope for the next generation.
Yeah, but who's the?
I'm not going to call that person stupid to their face.
Yeah, you're not going to say that. You're just gonna be like, well, that's about all.
I strongly disagree.
I don't think so, man. Well, that's just like your opinion, man.
But that's just like your opinion, man.
I ain't got shit to say.
No,
it's good.
Like I said, I just wanted to make that last comment.
It's just I don't even know what to call these guys. They got like fucking rap. They got like alternative. They got some fucking like synth pop shit going on. It's just like every song is fucking different, and most of them just mash genres together. I'm just like, alright, it fucking works. It fucking works. That's all I can say.
And there's shit like House of Gold, straight up ukulele pop music.
Yeah.
That got radio play for a while. We do want to remind you guys, if you watched all the way through, thanks to all 4 of you.
I mean, I'll give them more credit than that, but probably. Yeah, thanks for watching.
This Sunday, because this is getting posted Friday the 17th.
Yes.
This Sunday is Dave's accepting my challenge.
It's
Feels Part 2. Last Sunday was Feels Part 1. It was my story. This Sunday, Dave
Jimmy
accepted
put
my
together a bunch of
challenge.
songs that correlated to difficult times in his life or reminded him of difficult times in his life and how music helped him through, and challenged me to do the same, and I fucking did. And it says something about it that there are a few songs on there that are difficult for me to get through.
Yep.
Like, straight up, like, it's not that I don't like them, it's just that they remind me of something that happened to me that was shitty enough that I'm just like, I don't want to relive that.
Right.
So, there were a couple times when I was building the playlist and testing out and like listening to it, I just had to hit skip because I just couldn't get through a song. So I'm probably gonna be pretty drunk.
Yeah, check out the.
See,
did you post the booth footage yet?
No, I'm not posting anymore.
Here's an update.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be posting booth footage anymore due to copyright strikes on us and potential legal action that can be taken against us. The worst we've had thus far is that the company in control of the rights to an Infected Mushroom song that we played on the radio gave us an ultimatum. They said either mute the audio for the entire video, so it was a 1.5 video of us dicking around in the booth, you know, telling jokes, having fun, talking, shooting shit, which is, you know, you kind of need to hear that if you want the funnies.
Yeah, there are
so
some funnies.
they said you mute the whole thing, or you start playing ads in front of it and give us the money, meaning that it would kind of go against what we're going with this channel. We're not trying to make money off this. This is all, we all put this up for free. And they would be profiting off of video that probably isn't going to make them money. It's going to make them fractions of cents.
Yeah.
And that's stupid. It's pointless. So I just took the video down.
So shorthand, what we're doing is
no more booth footage
on Mondays, but we are at the end of the season. We're
at the end of each season, I'm going to do my best to make a highlight reel video with all the funniest shit that happened, and do my best not to have any music playing that is copyrighted. As of thus far, I have started making it. I have started pulling out clips and editing. The only music that we have in it that is audible is a song that our friend Joe Perez made. So I don't think Joe Perez is going to come after us for using his music in a video, because he fucking puts all his music out for free.
He does put all his music out for free.
So
he kind of has the same stance as us with.
So that's what's going to happen from now on. So booth footage, I'm still collecting it. I'm still recording it. It's just going to be released in a smaller dose. It's not like the booth footage was like a major draw to the channel anyway.
Yeah.
Most of our views are coming from these. So short update at the end of this video. There's a whole video of me talking about it a couple of weeks ago called How Copyright Affects Us.
You can check that one out if you want more details.
I mean, you could just listen to it. It's kind of boring. It's just me sitting on my bed with a headset on, speaking.
That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, I mean, shut up.
All right.
But yeah, like the Facebook page is down in the description. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram's
for pictures of vinyl and concerts and some other shit probably.
And look out for next Monday. I'm probably gonna put a video together of all the new vinyl I got for my birthday-ish area. My girlfriend got me a bunch of vinyl. Thank you, Lisa. I love you. And
also, your news video is becoming a monthly thing.
Yeah, this week the trend is now this month the trend.
This month the trend. So that's gonna become a monthly thing. Once again, just not getting the. We're changing formats around because some things aren't doing as well as we had hoped. So we're trying out some.
It's also really hard for us to keep up with a lot of this shit.
Yes.
He's a college student. I work 80 hours a week.
Yeah. So it's, you know, as of right now, the only regular content's going to be the discussions. So just bear with us, and if you're enjoying them, thank you. Thanks for watching. Please do all this shit that makes our channel keep going.
And look out for Blurry Face, May 19th. Thanks for watching, guys.